I'm Daniel Brulant in the Cal Fire Information Center with a fire situation report for Monday, September 21st, 2020. Firefighters continue to battle 27 major wildfires in California, as well as one extended attack fire. You can see those fires on the map here. And with over 19,000 firefighters on the front lines, crews continue to gain ground on these fires. Now, yesterday, firefighters did respond to 25 new initial attack fires, but they were able to quickly contain them. Now, again, taking a look at our statewide fire map where you can see those fires, let's talk about some of the major fires currently burning in California. First, we'll start with the August complex. This is the just incredibly large fire. Over 837,000 acres have burned. All of this burning to the west of Interstate 5. The August complex continues to have some activity, especially up there's doing structure defense near Ruth Lake, Forest Glen, Trinity Pines. That's on the northern edge of this fire. But the fire is also continuing to burn in a westerly direction towards some of the communities near Round Valley Reservation, Covelo, just to name a few. But crews are making very good progress on this fire. A number of firing operations did occur last night, really allowing crews to slow down the fire. Again, 847,000 acres. It is 34% contained. We'll go over to the North Complex, burning in Butte and Plumas County. The North Complex has burned just over 294,000 acres. It is 64% contained. There was some growth overnight, especially down on the southern edge of this fire. We'll zoom in here near the community of Forbstown. This canyon here where the South Fork of the Feather River is burning, the fire jumped on the other side of the South Fork of the Feather River, getting closer to the communities like Forbstown, Clipper Mills. Crews did try last night to do some firing operations in this area, but unfortunately it's those gusty winds in this canyon just pushing this fire down. Now, there was some progress though made around here is Little Grass Valley Reservoir. In fact, 3 miles of additional containment lines were put in place here overnight. So the North Complex, while it is just over 284,000 acres, while it did grow about 3,100 acres yesterday, crews did make some good progress, up 2%, bringing it to 64% contained. Let's scroll down down into Fresno County for the Creek Fire, which continues to burn in Fresno and Madera County. The Creek Fire has now burned over 278,000 acres. No growth, though, overnight. That is the good news, and crews have made a little bit of progress, up an additional 2%, bringing it to 27% contained. This northern edge of the fire, though, is where crews continue to see activity. In fact, some of the communities that this fire is burning towards Whiskey Falls, Browns Meadow, East Fork, Chiquito Creek, all towards Timber Butte and north of Strawberry Mine. So it's very likely that this fire will continue to burn in a northerly and a kind of easterly direction east of Huntington Lake around China Peak. So still expected potential growth, but at least yesterday there wasn't a lot of significant growth on this fire. So that is the good news here. Going down south, we'll go down into San Bernardino County for the El Dorado fire. The El Dorado fire just burning outside of Yucaipa, Beaumont. The good news here is that these communities on the southern edge, Oak Glen, Yucaipa, even Beaumont down here further south, as progress has been made, there's really no anticipated growth into those communities. It's really more of the northern section up towards Highway 38 that continues to be a bit of a concern for firefighters. That's where it's getting into the community of Pinzanita, for example. This fire, though, is now just a little over 2,200 acres. It is 59% contained. And then one last fire to mention, the U.S. Forest Service has been battling the Bobcat fire. This is the fire that's been burning north of the 210 communities of Pasadena, as well as in Monrovia, really the main community here on the southern edge. According to the U.S. Forest Service, this fire did grow about 2,000 acres yesterday, bringing it to over 105,000 acres. It has been burning in a northerly direction, so jumping Highway 2, continuing to burn now off the forest near communities, Juniper Hills. You can see Pear Blossom, some of these communities here along the Highway 138 is kind of this direction. This fire has continued to burn. Again, all this from our friends at the Forest Service, 105,000 acres. It is 15% contained. Again, there's still a lot of other active fires that crews are making progress for. In fact, good progress still being made on the fires in the Bay Area. Most of them almost to full completion. The Forest Service have a number of large fires up here. We won't go through each of those, but if you want updates on those fires from the U.S. Forest Service, you can get links here on our website. Let's talk about weather conditions. We are going to continue to see warm and dry conditions across much of the state. Now, the marine layer has really deepened along the coast. That's brought some cooler temperatures in the kind of coastal communities and higher humidity. That all is aiding firefighters in their efforts. Temperatures, though, are expected to rise, but not by much. Look, it's not too bad for this time of year. 90 degrees in Sacramento as we go on through the week. Again, kind of mid-80s. For the Sacramento region, 70 degrees in the Bay Area, 65 up in Humboldt, 84 down in San Diego, 79 in LA. By Thursday, 86 in Fresno. So temperatures not too bad, but we will see a little bit warmer than we did last week. Let's talk about the winds, though. It's those winds that have really been making a little bit of a challenge on a number of fires, including, as I mentioned, on the North Complex, where a number of firing operations had to be canceled just because there was too strong of winds. We are expecting winds, though, to continue to kind of come from a southerly direction. We could see some strong winds up near Susanville, 25 to 30 miles an hour. Not enough, though, to trigger a red flag warning. We've had high fire risk throughout this region at the latter part of last week and into the weekend, but not too bad. But you can see there could be some gusts, and that could hamper some efforts. Now, towards the latter half of the week, we could actually see a chance of rainfall. Look at this here in Northern California. This is the most upper portion of California, just the northern edge of Mendocino, along Shasta County up into Modoc County. This is a weakening weather system, so just a slight chance of showers in the northern Coast Range and the southern Cascade Range. And that rain amount is going to be very, very small, 0.1 inches, if even that. Timing of this, late Wednesday and into Thursday morning. So we'll continue to watch over the next couple days should we see a little bit of rainfall. That could help efforts, but usually when these rainfall systems come in, the wind also occurs, and that too could hamper efforts. But watching rain very closely. Now, it's very important to remember this time of year that California historically experiences some of the most devastating wildfires in the months of September and October. And with just how destructive and deadly it has already been, do not let your guard down. Even with these cooler temperatures, this is the peak of fire season. To learn more ways to prevent sparking a wildfire, visit our website at readyforwildfire.org. That's the latest on the fires burning in California. I'm Daniel Berlant. Have a fire-safe day.